On the radios we have done 426 times before this one on 9/12/2025. I got the date right this time. We're celebrating net 127 for the Youth Net. We have quite a lineup for you guys tonight. We have River, KR4 GIP for the first 30 minutes. And for the second slot, we're going to have Grayson. You'll know him, KG4 BUT. Vicky, as always, KEAVKY is helping us on the logs, keeping us out of trouble. And we have the brass in the Zoom room, just verifying how we operate things here. With that said, a couple of announcements. The text line is open for you guys to check in via your phone and avoid the pileups. 716-317-9050. Easy. 716-317-9050. Just text in your call sign and we'll put you in the logs. Also, if you want to use the email, the new addition to our technological check-in process, text at ecr.radio. Body or subject works well for your call sign. We'll do that for you. We'll put you on the logs. Now, we're going to get some check for the YouthNet number 27 on 9/12/2025. Stations, come with your call signs twice and slowly, please.
Kilo, Golf 4, Bravo, Uniform Tango.
Alpha, Kilo, 4, Golf.
Victor 4,
Kilo, Bravo, 2, Whiskey Golf,
Echo,
Charles, Kilo,
Victor
Bravo, 2,
4,
Whiskey
4,
Golf,
Hotel,
Charles.
Echo.
I think I got the reflector back, and anybody anywhere, let's complete this list for Miss River to work you guys down the list. Anybody anywhere, let's try again. Kilo, Quebec 4, Golf Lima Yankee. Kilo, Quebec 4, Golf Lima Yankee. KK7OGC, KK7OGC. Charles, Kilo Bravo 2, Whiskey Golf, Charles, mobile.
Victor 4, Hotel, Echo.
Anybody for this first round of check-ins? Anybody for this first round of check-ins before I recognize the list? Okay, nothing heard. I'm going to recognize this list and work from the bottom up. I got V44HE, Edward, KK7OGC. We got KQ4GLY, KB2WGC, K2CNT. Mike from the Barry, Florida. KG4BUT, Grayson, AK4G, Jim, and AC4BR, Brian from Monticello, Kentucky. I'm going to send it over to Miss River, KR4GIP. She's going to take your calls and your questions. Remember, you guys, that the question is, what ham license do you have? There you go, Miss River. It's all yours.
Alright, thank you, Carlos. First on the list we have AC4BR, Brian in Monticello, Kentucky.
Well, good evening, Grayson. I believe it was, and Carlos and everybody else on the net tonight. I have, as of March of this year, my extra license. So I kind of, a bit of a slow start. I got tech in 2012, and then got general in 2017, and then extra this year. So now I just got to get the experience to go with it. I'm still pretty much a novice on everything. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you. This is AC4BR.
Alright, thank you for stopping by. Next up we have AK4G, Jim in Jacksonville, Florida.
Well, good evening, River, and everyone on the net, Youth Net this evening. And it's been a couple of weeks since I've been, but River wanted to give you a big shout out again on getting your first ticket for ham radio. I'm so proud of you, and I know your dad's proud of you. My license class is extra class, and I've had all three, but extra is the most fun. And I'll wish everybody a super fantastic weekend and turn it back to you, River. Thanks, and you're doing a great job, both you and Grayson.
Alright, thank you, and thank you for coming. Next we have our very own KG4BUT Grayson in Orlando, Florida. Hello, Wivel and everybody else. I am currently only a technician, but I'm currently working on my general. Simply see Wivel, KG4BUT coil. Alright, thank you, Grayson. Next we have K2CMT Mike in DeBary, Florida.
Good evening, Miss River, and congratulations. Glad to see you in the control seat. I'm a general. I'm still waiting on salutes from everyone else in the Zoom room, but I'm not getting as many as you think I should. There you go. Thank you, Carlos. This is Mike, K2CMT in DeBary, Florida. Back to net control.
Alright, thank you, Mike. Next up we have KB2WGC Kevin in Homosassa, Florida.
Good evening there, Mr. Rivers and Carlos. I'm a general, but I have no HF equipment, so I'm a non-practicing one. Everybody have a safe weekend and enjoyable 1-2 KB2WGC.
Alright, thank you, Kevin, for coming. Next up we have KQ4GLY Chris in Parrish, Florida.
Good evening, River, and everyone on the net. I'm currently a technician class. Back to you, KQ4GLY.
Alright, thank you for coming. Next up we have KK7OGC in Reno, Nevada.
Hey River, Vicky, Carlos, and everyone on the net, KK70GC. I am in general class and still learning. I have an extra manual, still shrunk wrap, but maybe this winter I'll crack it open and read it 1.5 to 2 inches cover to cover. KK70GC, back to net.
Alright, thank you for coming. Next up we have V44HE, Edward in Basseterre. St. Kitts. I guess that's it.
Okay, good evening to you. Vivan is your name. My name is Edward. I have a general class license in St. Kitts. You have a good net and good to hear you. And you must encourage your other friends to get involved in ham radio. It's a good hobby. 7 trees from Victor 44 Hotel Echo, over.
Alright, thank you for coming. Next up we've got KD3AGN, Anna in Beaver, Pennsylvania.
Hello, River and Grayson and the rest of the crew in there tonight. I have a general. Everybody have a good weekend. KD3AJN.
Alright, thank you for coming. You have a good weekend too. Next up we have N3DQD, Ray in Beaver, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, good evening, River. Congratulations to you on getting your ticket, and I hope you enjoy it for many, many years. I've had mine for a long time, and I have an extra. Everyone have a great weekend. This is N3DQD.
Alright, thank you for coming. Next up we have W2RBC, Randy in West Seneca, New York.
Good evening, Carlos, River, Grayson, and everyone on the Youth Net. I'm a general, but don't have any ambition on moving up. Hope everyone has a great weekend. Back to net control. 73 to all. W2RBC.
Alright, thank you, Randy. I'm gonna hand it over to Carlos to get some more check-ins. Take it away, Carlos.
Well, thank you very much, River. That was a great first round, everybody. Congratulations. This is Carlos, N1CBM, and we're looking for another round of check-ins. In the meantime, the text line, I remind you guys, 716-317-9050, and the email way of checking in, text@ecr.radio. You know what to do. General check-ins, anybody, anywhere, QRP, DX, aeronautical, any stations, anywhere. We're going to take the second round of check-ins for this Youth Net 127.
Kilo Alpha 5, Golf Sierra Sierra, Shane and Beaumont.
Delta Juliet. BYU. KAHBYU.
Charlie Oscar Hotel, no traffic, top of the evening to all. IO, in and out. KA6 GBZ.
KJ5 MPG in the Woodlands, Texas.
Victor Echo 5, Quebec Uniform.
N2BH. All right, I'm going to hold it right there for a second. There's a Victor Echo 5 E5 station. Can you come again with your call sign? We didn't quite get it, the suffix.
You bet. It's Victor Echo 5, Quebec Uniform.
We got you this time. Let's see if there's anybody anywhere that want to check in for the second round here for Miss River to take care of you. Anybody anywhere? Let's bring him on. W2KJV, W2KJV.
Kilo Echo 8, Sierra Mike November, KE8 SMN.
Oh, please recognize Kilo Echo 4 Zulu Yankee Quebec, Jill and Clinton Township, Michigan. Kilo Echo 4 Zulu Yankee Quebec.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right here and recognize this pretty good bunch here. I got from the bottom up KE4 Set YQ Joe, KE8 SMN Jeff, W2 KJV Tony from Homosassa, one of our system facilitators, and Mr. Harley himself, Bill N2VH, VE5 QU Randy. I got K5 MPG Dean, K6 GBZ Tom, KR4 COH Hector, KA8 BYU Roy, KF6 HDJ Brent, KA5 GSS Shane. And I forgot to mention that KR4 COH was in and out. Thanks for waving a hand. We'll see you next time. River, are you ready for this round check? I'm going to send the reflector over to you. This is N1CBN. River, you have it.
Alright, thank you, Carlos. Next on the list is A5GSS Shane in Hampshire, Texas.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is KA5GSS. I have the extra license. KA5GSS, back to net control.
Alright, thank you for stopping by. Have a good evening. Next up we have KF6HDJ Brent in Pensacola, Florida.
Good evening, River, and everyone on the net. KF6HDJ. I currently have an extra class license. I was able to upgrade when I moved back to the U.S. About a year and a half ago, and enjoying it immensely. It was a lot of work. Back to net control, KF6HDJ.
Alright, thank you for coming, Brent. Next up we have YU, Roy in Blasto, New York.
Good evening, everybody on the Youth Net, KA8BYU. Yeah, I'm currently a general class and I'm working on the extra. Might as well take that last step. Back to you. Everybody's doing a good job.
Alright, thank you for coming. Next up we have K6GBZ, Tom in Cameron Park, California.
Good evening, River, and everyone on the net. I currently have a general and studying for my extra. This is K6GBZ. Back to the net.
Alright, thank you for coming. Next up we have K5MPG, Dean in Green Mountain, North Carolina. Welcome to the Youth Net. K5MPG, please come back. The question of the night is, what ham license do you have? Alright, I'll just move on. Next up we have VE5QU, Randy and Christopher Lake, Canada, I guess.
Yeah, hi there, River. It's sure great to hear you on there. This is Randy from Saskatchewan, Canada, and I've been licensed since 1978, I guess, and up here in Canada we've changed a lot. Back in the day I had to have pass a 15 words a minute Morse code, and then regulations and technical. And I think there was 1 year I had to do Morse code and make 250 contacts in 1 year unlogged before I could move on to my advanced. So I'm advanced class, and sure had a lot of fun, and still enjoying a lot on all the bands actually. So hope everything's going well with you. It's always great to hear the young folks on there. From Victor Echo 5, Quebec Uniform.
Alright, thank you for coming. Next up we have N2BH, Bill in Palmyra, New York.
Good evening, River and Carlos, everybody. I have an extra class. And Carlos, I'll be on tomorrow. N2BH.
Alright, next up we have W2KGV, Tony in Homosassa, Florida.
Good evening, Carlos. Good evening, River. You're doing a fine job. You sound great tonight. I currently hold a general class amateur radio license. Hope everyone has a great night and a better tomorrow. Back to you, River. W2KJV.
Alright, thank you for stopping by. Next up we have KE8SMN, Jeff in Rochester Hills, Michigan.
Good evening, River, and everyone on the Youth Net. This is KE8SMN. Put me down for a technician license. Relatively new ham, couple 3 years, and enjoying it very much. So, Youth Net tonight. This is KE8SMN. Back to net.
Alright, thank you for coming. Next up we have KE4ZYQ, Joe in Clinton Township, Michigan. Blah. We'll try that again. KE4ZYQ, Joe in Clinton Township, Michigan.
This is KE4ZYQ. I apologize, River. I had to take care of something here, turn things down that were going, wasn't supposed to be going. So, yeah, I have a technician license since 1986, and I had to have it lapse briefly because I had my wife pass away. Both of us had our license. I had that go out of work. I mean, I let my license lapse, and then I had to reinstate it later on when I got settled and all. So, but technician, took the course for general, but have yet to take the license exam. So good net, River, and all good evening to all. KE4ZYQ.
Alright, I'm sure you're gonna A general test. Next up we have AA8WI Bernie in Portsmouth, Ohio.
Good evening, River, to you and everyone on the net. I have been licensed since 1995, and I upgraded to extra by 1996. So I'm an extra class and have been. I actually passed the Morse code test way back when. So hope everyone's having a good evening. I'll turn it back to you and wish everyone 7-3, AA8WI.
Alright, thank you for coming. I'm going to hand it over to Carlos to get some more check-ins, hopefully for my last few minutes. I'll turn it over to you, Carlos.
Well, thank you very much, Miss River. This is Carlos, N1CBM, and Bill, I take it as a slap to the face. Wait till I grow up and get my own Harley. Well, anyways, this is Carlos, N1CBM for the Youth Net number 127. Remember, 716-317-9050, or text at ecr.radio for the email side of the system. The question of the night, what ham licenses do you have? Let's get some more check-ins for Miss River to finish her slot. Twice and slowly, please.
5MNV. Kilo Juliet 5, Mike November Victor.
KJ5, FPG, Kilo Delta 4, 5, Quebec, India, Papa, Golf.
Alpha Delta 8, Oscar Delta, AD8OD, John and Troy. K4KU, Kilo 4, Kilo Uniform. KR4, DSN, Kilo Romeo 4, Delta Sierra November.
KJ5MLL. KJ5MLL.
Whiskey Bravo 5, India Tango Tango, WB5ITT. All right, I'm going to stop it right here for a second. I got to clear up a couple of call signs right here. I got KJ5MGP, Mike Golf Papa. Is that a good one? KJ5, Mike Papa Golf, MPG. Got it now, KJ5 MPG. Sorry for this little dyslexic moment right there. So I'm going to work with this short list so River can
KJ5
MX. So we got Chris from Yuma, Texas, WB5 ITT, KJ5 MLL, Brian, KR4, DSN, Nick, K4 KU, Jason, the guru for the Open Mic Night, 88 OD, John, KD4 QIP, Bart, KJ5 MPG, William. I got KJ5 MNV, and I'm going to send it to River, KR4 GIP. This is N1 CBM.
Alright, thank you, Carlos. I'm just gonna do a few more check-ins and then I'll hand it over to Grayson. So next on the list we have KJ5MNV, Bernie in Gretna, Los Angeles.
KJ5MNV, and yeah, this is Bernie, Louisiana. On over there. So yeah, I've been on air for 3 years or so with GMRS, and just recently got my ticket. So as a technician, and let's see, 2 or 3 months ago, I believe I got it, but enjoying it very much, and certainly enjoying East Coast Reflector. Appreciate all the work y'all do. This is KJ5 MNV, back to net control.
Alright, thank you, Bernie. Next up we have KJ5MPG, William, in the Woodlands, Texas. Welcome to the
KJ5 William, a.k.a. Bill. I've had my technician's license probably less than 2 months, and really enjoying it. Happy Friday to all.
Alright, thank you for coming. I'm gonna hand it over to Grayson. He's gonna do the rest of the Youth Net. KR4 GIP. You, Grayson. Alrighty, thank you, Wibble. I am Grayson, KG4BT, and I'll be your net control operator for the last 30 minutes of the Youth Net. Alright, let me continue with Wibble's list here. With KD4 QIP, both from Huntsville, Alabama.
Evening, and thank y'all for doing the news. Y'all are doing a great job. I currently hold a general. Got my technician ticket about 30 years ago or so, and just recently moved up to general.
Oh, he's nice. Some please, T-Bolt. Next up, 88 OD, John from Troy, Michigan.
Greetings, everybody. I went straight to general about January of 24, and then I got my extra in October of last year. So yeah, that's good net, and thanks for hosting it. Back to you, 88OD.
Alright, 742 John. Next up, K4KU, Jason from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, good evening, Grayson and River and Carlos. You guys are all doing a great job on the Youth Net. I got my license, actually all three of my licenses. I did technician, general, and extra in October of 2024. Not all on the same day. I did technician on Tuesday, general on Thursday, and then extra on a Saturday. Did them all in 1 week. Anyway, have a great net, everyone. Back to net control. This is K4KU.
Alrighty, 742 Jason. Next up, KL4, DSN, Nick from Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
Good evening, everyone. I have my license, which I received just 4 months ago. I tried to take the general test at the same time, but I didn't do very well on it. But I am working on it, but I think it's probably going to take some time. So, just a technician. Have a great weekend, everybody. 73.
I've been like that too on my general. 742 Nick. Next up, KJ5MLL, Brian from Phoenix, Mississippi, I believe.
Great job as net control this evening. I appreciate what you do. Yep, just passed. Technically, I'm a general now. Just passed general this morning. Thank you again, and enjoying the net. Back to you.
KL Core ACB. I don't mean to intrude. I might be intruding into a net I'm not supposed to. Let me let it drop. Time.
You did just intrude on a net. Unless there is an emergency, you cannot come in like that. Next up, 35, I'm Chris from Beaumont, Texas.
Good evening to everybody on the Youth Net from WB5ITT, and I am an extra class, but it should have been one a long time ago. I got my novice in 1973, my general 1 year later, and then my advanced 6 months later in 74, and stayed in advanced until 2 years ago. So, should have had my extra back in the late 70s. Never thought about it, never really needed it. But I have it now, and it's alongside my FCC commercial ticket and a few other things on the wall. Hope everybody's having a good Friday evening, and good job running the Youth Net, and we shall catch everybody later. Have a good weekend. WB5ITT, back to net control.
Alrighty, somebody freeze you, Chris. I almost just said somebody like 5 flies to you. I was laughing. It's been a long week. I had statewide testing this week. 742 Chris. Next up, KJ5 MCV, Hawaiian from Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Alright, Ryan, KJ5, MCV, Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. Can you, receive me and you can, come in? I guess not. Alright. Well, yeah, just put you down as an in and out wire. Alright, hold on, my brother was trying to take down a, Morse code key up here. Alright, it's 8:41. I'm gonna hand it back to Carlos to call for more seconds. Tonight's Youth Net.
Well, thank you very much, Grayson. You're doing an awesome job. Both of you are doing a great job. This is Carlos, N1CBM, and we're ready for another round of check-ins for YouthNet number 127. Remember, 716-317-9050 for the text check-in, or the email check-in is text@ecr.radio. You know what to do. Stations, anybody, anywhere, where are you? Mobile, non-mobile, general, QRP, DX. Come on, gas stations, anybody, anywhere, twice and slowly for the YouthNet number 127.
Kilo Juliet 5, Juliet Victor Victor, Mark in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Kilo Echo 2, Echo Hotel India.
Here is Alpha 3 Mike Romeo, AA3 Amar Stroke Whiskey 2, here in Buffalo, New York. From Pittsburgh, good evening to you and everybody on in that. No traffic. Bravo 8.
KR4 GIP.
D4 RHL.
Okay, I'll take it right there and recognize KD4 RHL, Ernest, KR4 GIP, Miss Ripper, KB8 PLV, Chris, AA3 MR, Walter, KE2 EHI, Joseph, KJ5 JVV, Mark, and on top of the list we got KF4 ACB, Terry from Harrogate, Tennessee. I want to send it over to Mr. Grayson, KJ4BUT. This is Carlos, N1CBM. You have the reflector, Grayson.
Alrighty, thank you, Carlos. I have KF4 ACB, Terry from Howard, Tennessee.
Roger. We say Harrogate here. We're from the south. But Harrogate's fine. We have a sister city in England, by the way. Harrogate, England, as does Middlesbrough, Kentucky, just across the mountain. Anyway, my apologies for jumping in there like that a while ago. I wasn't sure what was going on, and I had it turned down a little bit, so I was even less sure. But anyway, what am I talking about? I'm an extra class operator, 71 years old, and I've been an extra for quite a few years now. And still learning about the All-Star Network and the East Coast Reflector and all its nets. Thus, I jumped in when I shouldn't have. But anyway, I appreciate what you're doing. I think this is a wonderful thing. And for some reason, I hadn't stumbled across it until tonight. KF4ACB back to net 73, and good luck.
Alright, police to you, Terry. Next up, KJ5, JVV, Mark from Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Hey there, Grayson, and everyone on the Youth Net. Yeah, I'm a general. I actually just recently got my general's license, but I started in Ham this February. You could pass my technician's license, and of course, like everybody else, fails the general license. But I studied up again, and just recently got it. I haven't got on HF yet. They're actually having a meeting in Claremore tomorrow, and I think some guys are going to have some radios and stuff like that, so I'm kind of anxious about getting on HF and checking it out. So other than that, that's all I got. So this is Kilo Juliet 5, Juliet Victor Victor. Back to you, Grayson. And by the way, Grayson, you're doing a great job.
Alrighty, some police to you, some police to you, Mark. Next up, K2E, K2E HI Joseph from Westfield, New York.
Good evening, Grayson and the Net. This is Joseph, K2EHI. I have a technician license and working on getting the general. I'll pass it back to Net Control 73.
Alrighty, some police to Joseph. Next up, A3MR Walter from Clementon, Pennsylvania. Got PA white.
Hello, Grayson and everybody on the net. Yes, I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, just about 10 miles south of Pittsburgh, but right now I'm here in Buffalo, New York, here at downtown Buffalo. And, of course, name here is Walt, and congratulations to the other gentleman that got his general. And when you get the general, man, a whole world opens up, a lot of fun. But yes, I've been licensed since 1992. And back then, it was called a tech with HF, and I had to pass the 5 words per minute. And then I actually, they tested me on the 13 words per minute because I was so good at 5 words a minute. I actually passed the 13 words per minute. And then 3 months later, that was September of 92, and then I got my general. And then 3 months later, I got the advanced, and then I believe it was in 95, I got my extra, which I had to pass the 20 words per minute. But I tell you what, it's been a lot of fun. You learn something every day, and it's just a great hobby, meeting people all over the world, and Dayton Hamvention, just a lot of fun. But hey, enjoy listening to you all, and back to Grayson Net Control. Thanks again for the welcome. This is AA3MR Stroke Whiskey 2. Back to Net.
Alrighty, some police to Walter. Next up, KB8 PLV Chris from Novi, Michigan. Alrighty, some police to Chris. I could barely hear you on my end, but I could have to hear it through Vicky's end. Some police to Chris, yeah, you're really making it into the field, which Vicky did tell me about. Next up, KL4 GIP, River from Newborn, North Carolina. Alright, thank you, Jason. I have my technicians, and I got my technicians on the 16th of August this year, and so I'm gonna start working on getting my general, and that's it. Have a good evening, everybody. Back to you, Grayson, KR4 GIP. Some police sea level. All I can say about you, working on your general is up like a, leg. That is a hard task, I'm telling you. Some police sea level. KD4, OHL, Otis from Boston, Florida, 80?
Hey, Grayson and Nanette. It's Bronson, like Charles Bronson, the actor, in the Gulf Coast of Florida. I'm a technician. I've been so since 1992. I've been contemplating the idea if this old brain could get back in gear and upgrade to general. May do that shortly now that I'm retired. But back to you, sir. KD4RHL.
Alright, some police to Honest. Next up, KO4 CLV, Micah from Toothmaker, I don't know, I'm just gonna say Mike from Alabama.
That's quite all right. Yeah, it's a hard name. It's Tuscumbia. I'm a general, but I would like to get my extra, just to really say that I got it, and that way I don't have to worry about being in the wrong band, wrong frequencies in the bands. Give me some more bands or more frequencies. Oh my word. If I can't get that straight, I sure ain't going to stand a chance. But that's about it, and I'm having to use Echolink again because I left my equipment at the house. I normally bring my node with me, but I didn't do it today. KO4CLD, back to net. Do it today.
Alrighty, some please see Micah. I'm gonna hand it back to Carlos for the last 7 minutes of Youth Net, so I can get more seconds, and after that we can pull in some in and out. That was a little bit again. Alright, see you, Carlos.
Thank you very much, Grayson. Great job, both of our net controllers, and great job for all the people that have checked in into this net 127. Let's keep it coming so we can finish this 6 minutes of the net with a big red ribbon on top of it. 716-317-9050 for the text check-in, or text at ecr.radio. And the question of the day is, what's your ham license? What ham license do you have? I was going to ask if you have a cheese license, but that's for the next net. What ham license do you have? Stations, call signs twice and slowly, please. Let's finish this net strong.
N0 Mike Sierra Sierra, N0 MSS.
TY2 BIL, Papa Yankee 2 Bravo India Lima.
KC1 QPL, KC1 QPL.
Don't be shy, we see you keep the system. Come on with your call signs twice and slow. We'll do this. I got KC1QPL, John, from South St. Paul, Minnesota. Close. PY2BIL, Bill from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Buenas noches, mi amigo. And N0MSS, Ross from Wapiton, North Dakota. And I'm going to send it to Grayson. Grayson, you have the reflector. This is Carlos, N1CBN.
Alrighty, thank you, Carlos. Alright, let's go to N0MSS. I'm sorry. From Wahoo, North Dakota.
Alright, I think I got it there. Sounds like somebody else was trying to come in. Anyway, good job on the net there, Grayson. Thank you guys for running it tonight. And I have a smoking barbecue ham with all the extra license. And it's a beautiful night for a walk here in North Dakota, Wapiton, North Dakota. And out for the walk with my dog. They definitely enjoy it, so I wait till the end of the day when it cools off a bit. It was about 80 degrees here. And about halfway through our walk, so definitely enjoying the evening. And I'll turn it back to you. N0MSS.
Alrighty, thank you, Rose. I'm just gonna call you Rose, I'm sorry. Next up, PY2BIL, Bill from St. Pablo, SP, Brazil.
Years old at the time, and then I moved over to Brazil many years later, and I started from scratch again. So right now I have equivalent to the extra from the US, and it's been a lot of fun. So back to you, Grayson, and the net. This is PY2BIL.
Alright, Bill. Next up, KC1QPL, John from South St. Paul, Michigan.
Well, good evening, Grayson. Good evening, everyone on the net tonight. KC1QPL from St. Paul, Minnesota. That's Minnesota. Doing a good job on the net tonight. Glad to hear everybody. Thanks for having me. I'm currently a technician. But that's a work in progress always. So thanks again for having me. Back to you, young man. KC1QPL, clear.
Alrighty, some please to you, John. Next up, W5MHG, Ball from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I am calling any station with MHG as the last in the call sign. Oh, guess not. Next up, N1 CBM, Carlos from Hollywood, Florida.
Well, thank you, Grayson. I almost forgot I had to check in to be counted. I'm the moderator, but right now I'm just a regular user. Thanks for running the net. And I have the extra. I had it since last September, and I enjoy it. Thank you very much for running the net again, Grayson, N1 CBM.
Alrighty, 732, Carlos. Do I hear over the Carlos stand? That I don't remember. I guess I'm handing over to Carlos.
The doppelganger. Now I'm back to net moderator. Alrighty, everybody. Great job, kids. Great job. We enjoyed this net. Everybody who checked in, thank you very much for keeping this youth net alive. We like you guys as much as you like the Reflector back. Let me see if I don't drown in this bunch of information and give you the rundown of the net. We had 45 check-ins. From those check-ins, we had extra with a 35.7% of the pie chart. General following closely with technician tied on the second place on 31%, and advanced, I think that was a call from Canada, 2.4%. Out of those check-ins, the call district who had the most check-ins was the number fourth call district, followed by number 5, and then we have the second call district, 8th, and then the first call district, the 3rd, had 3 check-ins, then followed by 6, 7, and 0. That's it for this edition of the Youth Net for September the 12th, 2025, Youth Net number 127. On behalf of Grayson, KG4BUT, Miss River, KR4GIP, Vicky in the logs, KE8VKY, and Dick, and the rest of the good people in the Reflector's Zoom room. This is Carlos, N1 CBM, say 7 threes. Thanks very much.
KG5 MHC, monitoring. KJ5 MHC. KJ5 MHC. Does anybody copy?
KJ5 MHB, whatever, KK70GC, yes, we copy you.
Before I get to the net, hi, this is KJ5 MHC. I was having my problem with my portable. Over.
Well, it sounds like you're on a fringe area for trying to connect.
Okay. I'm using Valfang FAHP. I had my turn code set wrong, and then I had my offset set wrong. How are you doing?
Always remember from an HT to keep that antenna totally vertical. KK70GC.
My location is Cut and Shoot, Texas. Cleveland, Texas on the map.
Well, you're sounding better, but again, keep that antenna totally vertical whenever you speak across the microphone.
Is this any better? My transmitter power is on high.
Well, it all depends on how far away the repeater tower is and the terrain that you're in right now, but you're making it through for the moment.
Okay, can you repeat your call sign again? Was it KK? I forgot your number. OGC?
Yep, you got the front end and the tail end right, and it's KK7OGC, number 7.
Okay, thanks.
Well, it sounds like you're doing a summit on the air kind of thing, and congratulations. KK70GC, I'll be monitoring.
They're a lot of fun.
I don't know where you're hiking to, but your signal quality is getting a bit worse.
I'm staying in the same position. I'm not hiking. I'm actually at home outside with my HP.
Well, that sounds like a winner. Again, keep that antenna totally vertical and try to find an open spot so that you hopefully have a clear line of sight to your repeater. I'll be clear and monitoring KK70GC.
MHD, clear.
U1 BBW, handheld, listening.
W1 BBL KK7RGC. Good evening. This is Fred in Reno.
KK7 OJC, this is W1 BBW, that's Bravo Bravo Whiskey. Name is Steve. I'm up here on Lake Champlain in Vermont. Here on the shoreline right now on the west coast of the island, watching the ferry go across over to New York. Like I said, the name is Steve. I'm up at a campground here. How you doing this evening, Fred?
I'm doing great, Steve. Thank you for repeating your name, because I was just in the process of being distracted. Yeah, I like taking my radios whenever I go camping. DV Switch works great on the phone. Echolink, you know, is a plan B. Not so much on a node, but I gather you found a repeater up there.
Hitting a repeater actually straight across the water from me. I'm on the Vermont side, but straight across the water from me in Plattsburgh, New York. There's a couple repeaters. I'm hitting the main one there, the one up on the hill. Over.
Well, that's always handy. So, what's the boat thing all about? You're watching a ferry or you're on the ferry?
No, I'm on a line here at the campground on Grand Isle. It sits in between the mainland of Vermont and main side of New York on Lake Champlain. And I'm just sitting there, just walked down from the camper to walk down to the water and watching that ferry going across. It goes across like every 10 minutes. So, yeah, we took it over there earlier today over to New York to have breakfast. But yeah, it's kind of cool.
Sounds nice. I haven't been to that neck of the woods for a number of years. I was born and raised in Pittsburgh, and you know, knocking down the New England states was easy, and it was very scenic up in those neck of the woods.
It's getting to be that time of year where all the leaf peepers coming up and stuff, and come up and look, and the leaves start to turn some pretty awesome colors, especially when you see the side of a mountain or whatever. You know, it's pretty cool. And that's the time of year coming up here now. So, but yeah, the weather cooled down a lot for it. Did you say you're in Vegas, Fred?
Negative. I'm like a day's drive north in Reno. And we have 4 seasons here. Vegas does not. And I kind of don't miss the East Coast from that white stuff. And yeah, there's a reason I crossed the country to live out here instead of back on the East Coast. No offense, folks. But yeah, weather can be brutal back there.
Yeah, I tell you what, Fred, I definitely don't disagree with you. That's for sure. I've lived all over in the 20 years in the Air Force. So actually, I lived out in
your parts there from 81 to 88, so for 7 years I lived out in Sacramento. I was stationed at a base, Air Force Base there, which is closed in the early 90s, but yeah, I used to get up to Reno quite a bit, Reno and Lake Tahoe. I'd go up Highway 50 and then 80 up there to get to Reno. We did a lot of runs up there during those times, but yeah, I definitely love the weather out your way better.
Or is this a, I don't know whether you're doing tent camping or, hotel camping or whatever. Is it a tour loop that you're doing?
Wife and I are on one of our trips. We got a camp. We traded in our older camper and got a 2024 model this spring, and we've been out on 6 trips so far this since spring, and this is our last fall, probably going to be our last fall trip, unless I do go back to Iowa with it for a little bit. But we're out in New Hampshire, and we just came up to Vermont for a week stretch there after Labor Day, so it's nice and quiet up here, not a whole lot of kids or anything, and we're actually at adult campgrounds too, so. But no, just up here with our glamping, I guess you could call it. We got a 30-foot pull behind there for pull behind my pickup truck, so that's how we're doing it. Back to you.
Yeah. My girlfriend and I used to have a 26-foot trailer, and we're going to get an RV. Something short, sweet, and easy. Maybe one of the Mercedes guys, something cozy. But interesting that you would mention Iowa. That is one of the 5 states that I have not been to.
Well, that's actually where I started. So, in 1963. So, yeah, I was there for 18 years, and then graduated high school, and I joined the Air Force and took off for 20 after that. But yeah, I was born and raised there. It's a nice, wholesome, quiet place with good food products. Yeah, but we go back every so often. I might go back there. My mother's back there, living in a town where my brother lives, near Des Moines. So might pull a camper back for one last week or so. Yeah, back to you.
Well, that's a bit of a hike from New Hampshire and New York, and that neck of the woods. It's all really cozy up there. Just trying to get stuff out on the highway. So I'm missing North Dakota, Iowa, Louisiana, Arkansas, and Alaska.
Yeah, I can't. Well, I can't really say going through the airport in Alaska is probably being in Alaska. So, but that's I've been I've been in Alaska for about 45 minutes until I got on the next plane. But yeah, well, you got a pretty good list covered already. Then sounds like.
So you were in the Air Force. Were you out in the Fallon Air Force Base? I forget the one that's in Sacramento. I'm a civvy guy. They wanted it back whenever I was like 21, and it's kind of like, yeah, what am I going to do? And my sister was in the Air Force at that particular point. She left as a lieutenant colonel. And then she also worked for the post office, so, but 21 years old, and they wanted 7 years of my life. That seemed like forever back then.
I thought it was a good way to probably get to see the world and that, traveling and getting out of Iowa and that. So I don't even remember actually what was the decision factor or when I made that decision. It's kind of weird. It's almost like blind guidance there, but it all worked out good at the end. I think I was stationed at Mather Air Force Base. I don't know if you remember that one. Mather, it was in Rio Linda. Not Rio Linda. It was in Rancho Cordova, there outside of Sacramento. And then McClellan, I think, stayed open, but I don't even know if that's open now. So there were two bases within maybe 10 miles of each other back then. I was there from 81 to 88, so.
Cool. Sounds like a wonderful adventure, Steve. I kind of like to get my roots